I got a new toy to help me film with vlogs and then also outside stuff. So this is my new toy. It is the bendy tripod thing that all the fancy people use. I picked it up. I thought it would be nice to have to film stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and get this quickly set up. So it's pretty simple. I already have something slides into here. It's on the bottom of the camera. I already have it set up. So all I have to do now is boom. That's what I normally film on. That thing. But now I got this thing now. I'm not going to be making only vlog content, but what this does do is it allows me to put some more freedom in stuff. I can walk and talk like I am now, although the lighting's kind of weird. I can walk, and I could, if I wanted, set up on the big tripod, and that'll work. Or I could film from new angles, like this one. Although this lighting is also really bad. I guess I could turn on that light and it would help. I can film different things now. Woohoo! Today's video, it is currently 3:50. Today's the PlayStation 5 event. I'm going to be doing a video on that. I'm going to try and get it out day of the event, which is today. I'm going to try and get it out Wednesday the 16th. I have no idea if I'm actually going to do it. I'm going to have to film this instantly after work, pop into Premiere and start editing it, get everything set up, get all the clips that I want from the Twitch stream that they're doing, or the stream that they're doing, and then pull it from YouTube and get the videos that I want in there. It'll be a little rough. I might stay up a little bit later, but I'm not terribly concerned. I should be able to do it. If you guys don't follow me on Twitter, I suggest you do that. I tweeted out the schedule kind of for this week. It's going to be a bit different than normal. Normally, I just release a video on Monday, which I did do this week. So go ahead and watch that up here, or I think it's this corner. Go there. Subscribe to the channel. I should be releasing a video that's more this style and not focused on gaming per se on Friday. And then Monday, I will release a video that's like the weekly recap, where I'm going to go over everything that was released this week, which is going to be the PS5 event, the NVIDIA stuff, which is like the graphics cards, the 30 series, and then Nintendo is doing an event tomorrow, Thursday the 17th. I won't report live on that because it's going to be a mini direct, so I'm not going to release that immediately. I will release that on Monday with a general recap for everything, give my thoughts, and then we'll go from there. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys appreciate the rest of the video. I'll see you all, I don't know when, later. Okay, currently very late. Still trying to get everything kind of set up. My PC's turned on. I got all this stuff. The PlayStation 5 event just happened. And I need to talk about it because I don't want to be kind of late to the punch here. So I'm still kind of getting everything set up as we're going, which is why this is kind of rough. Also, this camera setup is just completely different than what's normal, but that's besides the point. Let's go ahead and get right into it, because I have actually wrote notes. I know you guys probably can't read that, but I did write notes for this conference because I wanted to get this video out quick and fast. It's going to be kind of poorly edited in the sense that I'm not going to do much to it because I have this written out. First thing I want to talk about is the message that we saw at the very beginning before we saw any gameplay, which was something along the lines of footage was captured on PC emulating PS5. I just thought that was hilarious and it made no sense. The game that it was talking about when it was talking about that footage that was captured was Final Fantasy 16, which the gameplay does look similar to Final Fantasy 15 or Final Fantasy 7 Remake. Probably closer to Final Fantasy 7 Remake because that's the most recent game. Probably took some other stuff from that, put it in there. We didn't see any party members. We only saw a solo character. But because it's a Final Fantasy game, there's obviously going to be party members. We just haven't met them yet. Or if we did meet them, they weren't explicitly shown to be party members. So take that with a grain of salt. There was some really cool visuals in there. It was very medieval-y, just like every Final Fantasy. Although, unlike Final Fantasy 15 and 7, there was no real technology shown. It looked like very like brick and mortar stone castles and torches, no cars, no lights. like light bulbs or big buildings, stuff like that. Nothing like that. Looked pretty medieval. Gameplay looked super clean from what we saw. The combos looked sick. And we saw something that was like multiple weapons. We saw him use a fist. We saw him use a sword. We did see him teleport like Noctis does. So I'm assuming it's going to function similarly to 15 system in that sense. Maybe I'm not going to speculate on anything else besides that. I think it's a similar gameplay-wise to Final Fantasy 15, and we'll see how that goes. The music, obviously, is Final Fantasy. The music is sick. It looked really good. It sounded really good. Looking forward to seeing more about it. And it's also a PlayStation console exclusive, but it's available on PC. So there's a few games that are console exclusives that are available on PC, and all this means is that the only console they're going to be on is going to be PlayStation. So they won't be on Switch, they won't be on Xbox. They will only be on PlayStation and PC. I don't know, grain of salt for launch titles, I guess, or something. Take it as it comes. The next game they showed off, they let off strong here, was Spider-Man Miles Morales. The game's graphics are obviously insane. There was a really cool transition from gameplay to, or from cinematic to gameplay, and the only way you could really tell was from a slight hitch in camera placement and then a HUD element on the right side of the screen. I'll try and pull that up so you guys can see this while I'm talking about it. The enemy design looks really cool. Like in Roxxon and like the Tinkerer goons, they seem kind of interesting. Tinkerer, by the way, is a horrible name that I don't like, but the design of the villain is super sick. Similar to the lore that we got in the actual comics, Miles Morales does have some electro shit going on with the lightning powers. The combat looks pretty awesome, as expected from the team that did the original Spider-Man PS4. The combat in that game looked really cool. Camera angles are sick, combos look sick, suit powers are going to be dope again. I imagine it's going to be basically the same, maybe less gadgets because it's not Peter. Maybe Miles doesn't have as many access to gadgets or something. But either way, it's going to be pretty cool. Like I said when we were first talking about the Miles Morales thing, which I'll link up here in that video, I thought the music was going to be super sick, and I was 100% correct. The music in this game is hype. Highly looking forward to hearing the soundtrack for this game. I think it's going to be super cool. The title theme is going to be amazing. If it's anything like what we heard at the end of the trailer, it's going to be super sick. I highly recommend you guys start checking that out and looking up for music, because the music is going to be really cool. One unique thing that we saw was that he entered stealth mode in the middle of combat. Very few games let you do this because it kind of just lets you get a free kill on an enemy, and that's exactly what we saw here. So that's probably just a suit power. QTEs are still a thing. They were a thing in the last game, so we're still getting some quick time event here. I think we only saw 2 or 3 throughout the duration of the trailer, and it looked like it was one button press and then it goes into fancy animation, which is pretty sick. So, gonna go with that. My only complaint with the entire story was, or the entire trailer, was that Peter Parker was like nowhere to be found. I don't know if that's story related. I don't know if that's just gameplay choice. I don't know if that's whatever the case may be. But we didn't see Peter, which is kind of weird when an entire bridge is collapsing in the middle of the city. Doesn't seem like the best area for Spider-Man to just not be. I feel like he would know about that pretty quickly. Unless something happened that I'm not aware of. Obviously, in the story, this couldn't be later in the story. This could be at the beginning of the game. This could be near the end of the game. We don't know. Either way, that's the only thing I don't really like about it. There was a Harry Potter game. That was really weird. It was set in like the 1800s, or the late 1800s, I think, or the early... It was set in the 1800s, which means the developers can just ignore everything J.K. Rowling wrote, which is pretty cool in my opinion. It looked like an RPG. It could be an MMO, I guess, but it seems like an RPG. I don't know what the hell that is. I can't really infer anything from it. I don't know what it is. I just know it exists. Avalanche is part of it, and Portkey Games, I think, is the title or the developer that's listed on there. I don't know what either of them do, but they're on there. So other games that we saw were the Oddworld. I never played Oddworld. It looked like a side-scroller puzzle type platformer thing. Not really my cup of tea, but whatever. Other people are gonna like it. Resident Evil 8 Village looks pretty cool. I don't think I'm gonna play it probably, but it does look good. I'm excited to see if they do a VR port of it. If it's anything like Resident Evil 7, it's going to do really well. So, looking forward to seeing more about that in the coming months. Another game that really caught my eye was Demon's Souls. Demon's Souls was shown off a bit. The game looked so damn good. The first action they did was a roll. We saw the initial castle area. Looked exactly like how I remember playing it. And it is just so clean, and I don't get it. In the loading between the bonfire, he warped from the outside area into the inside of the castle, and it was like, oh, I don't know how they do it. If that's real time, if that's how it actually is, then holy God, this game is going to be phenomenal. The fight against Vanguard looked really cool. There was like blood splatters. The animations looked sick. The design was awesome. The design of the enemies is cool. They then showed a little trailer that was like boss trailer, I guess. It showed the spider in the cave. I forget the actual name of that boss. We saw the Tower Knight. We saw the gargoyle area. We saw another enemy that I can't quite remember. I think it was in the prison, the boss there. But we saw some pretty cool stuff. Really excited for that. Got a little bit of PTSD because it was a black screen and I heard a battle bus noise, and I was watching this near the end of the day during work, and I thought that the battle bus in my client had gone out. I thought I auto-flushed into a game. That was a little bit scary, but yeah, Fortnite's going to be available on launch on PlayStation 5, so that's cool. Officially announced, I guess. PlayStation also teased their version of Game Pass, I guess, which seems to be first-party PS4 games like the God of War, Last of Us Remastered, Uncharted, Bloodborne, a few other games like that. Kind of cool. I still think Game Pass is the better deal. But if you didn't play any PS4 titles and you're looking to get a PS5, this is probably a decent deal for you, especially because it just seems to come with PS Plus, which is their version of membership. So, I guess that's good. They then released a price, which was $4.99 for the disc version, the one with the disc tray, and $3.99 for one without a disc. I don't think they gave us a name for it. I think it's the digital version. I think is what they're calling it. So Xbox's digital version is beating out PlayStation's digital version. And I think overall, PlayStation's still going to win because their prices are similar, and they have more games. I don't know what's available on launch. The game is coming out, or not the game, the console is launching on November 12th of this year, and it's releasing a week later on the 19th for other countries. I can't remember exactly which ones, but I know that it's coming to America, Japan, and probably Europe, and maybe a few others on the 12th. So that's when that's releasing. And then the 19th is dropping in other countries, which is coincidentally, I believe, the same day as Cyberpunk 2077. So then they ended the little event off with a game that I am very, very excited for. We didn't see anything. All we saw was a logo and lines and voiceovers, and it's God of War Ragnarok coming, confirmed in 2021. I am incredibly hyped to see where they go with this game. As you guys know, I am a huge fan of the God of War 2018 reboot. I have been waiting for God of War Ragnarok for quite some time. Massive fan. Shout outs to Santa Monica Studios. If you guys are interested in God of War or just in the PlayStation in general, highly recommend checking out God of War 2018 before the next generation of console launches. It's a great game. Super fun. Highly recommend it. Okay, so that was about 13 minutes of content. I don't know how much is going to be cut out. I do have a little bit of a preamble that I'm going to go on. I think I already did that. It's probably like 4 minutes or something like that. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Tried to get this out day of. I don't normally do that, but I kind of wanted to try my hand at doing it. I got off work a little bit early, so I was able to just push it in. I hate that thing talks. I really need to fix the audio on my shotgun mic. We'll see what happens here. Thank you all so much for watching. If you guys aren't already subscribed to the channel, I got a bunch of new styles of videos coming. I got vlogs, I got game stuff, I got travel stuff coming in the works. It's going to be really fun. Looking forward to it. I'm a small channel. I'd love to get larger. I'd love to get more audience. So if you guys are enjoying my content, if you guys have people that you think would enjoy my content, please feel free to share everything. Follow me on Twitter, and I will see you guys all in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.